Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 favorite GPP plays for this 11-game NBA slate here on December 23rd. This is a really awesome 11-game slate. We have a lot of guys in really interesting spots, and as usual, we have a lot of chalk falling in one direction. So I'm going to drop these 3 plays for you guys. Hopefully, it's going to help you differentiate yourself from the field and maybe take down some of those big, large field GPP tournaments. So we're going to jump right into this one, though. If you have not already, please do leave a like on this video. We greatly appreciate your support as always. And if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns for us, please leave them in the comment section below, whether it's DraftKings, FantasyDraft, or FanDuel. Any DFS sites or season-long fantasy questions, we're happy to give y'all advice when we can. But starting off over here on DraftKings, the very first play I want to talk to you about is priced up above James Harden at 11.2K. Just seeing him above James Harden makes me want to not even play him, as it will for everybody else in the industry. So I do want to talk about Trey Young, though. Trey Young has about a 34% usage rate with John Collins off the court this season, but with John Collins making his return tonight, Trey Young actually gets a big boost when Collins is on the court to a usage rate of about 37%, and he should be good for roughly 37-plus minutes tonight, I would think. This game's only a 2-point spread right now. It should be very competitive throughout, hopefully. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We've been attacking guards against this Cleveland Cavs team all season long, and I really don't want to stop now. Just because he is priced up above James Harden, it's going to make him look less attractive to the field. But again, Trey Young's just been pulling up from behind the arc 10-plus times a game, and Cleveland's definitely been allowing enough threes to make that a very enticing factor into wanting to play Trey Young tonight. His ownership, again, just because he's priced above Harden, it should just drop astronomically. And in reality, this is an amazing spot for him. And he's a 75, maybe 80-point ceiling sort of a guy. And if he can tap that ceiling and what should, again, be a very competitive game against the Cavs, I don't want to miss out on him, especially when we're going to be able to get him at probably around 5% ownership. So that's my first play. But my second one over here on FantasyDraft is going to be Russell Westbrook. If you look at just the game log, he's been looking much better as of late. He has 3 30-point double-doubles in a row. And what they've been doing a little bit differently that I noticed, they've been kind of restructuring the way that they run the minutes with him and James Harden. D'Antoni's been running this team a little bit more effectively by doing that, and I think that he's going to stick with it and maybe even give them more time without each other on the court. But when Russ is on the court without James Harden, his usage rate takes about a 25% boost from like 32 to 40%. So any minutes that he's getting without James Harden on the court are just the best minutes for Russell Westbrook. He's going absolutely nuts without Harden on the court. And even when Harden's on the court again, he's still got a 32% usage rate. And he is just so cheap around the industry today. He's like 8.9K on DK. He's 16.2 over here, and there's a sneak peek at the third play, but he's 9.2K over here on FanDuel. And it just seems really cheap for Russell Westbrook because we know he has a monster ceiling. This is about as cheap as he's been all season. I think he was a little bit cheaper a few weeks back. But he did drop like 34 real points last time they played Sacramento. And that's a pretty good look. I mean, if he performed last time, that's something a lot of people might see. So I think that might actually give him a little bit of a boost to his ownership. Probably going to still fall around 10%, I would think, tonight. But again, with just such a huge ceiling in what should be a really competitive game, it's only a 6-point spread right now. But last time we saw the Sacramento Kings upset them. I think this game stays competitive. I think De'Aaron Fox making his return is actually going to help them stay more in this game because I think last time was a little bit of a fluke, but he did drop 34 real again, so I just think he matches up really well against this team. He should hopefully be good for another 30-plus real point game and maybe drop like a monster triple-double. But you already saw the last play over here on FanDuel. I want to talk to you about De'Aaron Fox. I like him around the industry, but a little bit more on FanDuel. He has a 29% usage rate this season, and that he's only played, the last 3 games in the first game of the year, I believe, or maybe just the last 3 games. But he's just laughably priced over here on FanDuel. It's 6.5K, 6.4K on DraftKings. I thought that was bad. 6.5K over here on FanDuel it's just way too cheap for him. He should be good at least for 31 minutes or so tonight, which is going to be the most he's played since he returned to action in that Charlotte game. But he's just so cheap around the industry. It actually blows my mind. He's going to go very under-owned tonight. This is a great pace-up spot for him, playing the third fastest team in the league in the Houston Rockets. they're gonna have to keep scoring. They're gonna have to keep driving, and I think this is a really sick spot for De'Aaron Fox. As much as I love Russell Westbrook, and I don't think it hinders Russell Westbrook at all, he loves to turn the basketball over. He loves to do it. He's one of my favorite players in the league, but God bless, he turns that ball over as much as anybody. If we get one of these 8 turnover games out of him, yeah, that might be -4 fantasy points roughly, on like DraftKings, for example. It's not really going to hinder him too much, especially if we get a guy like De'Aaron Fox, who is he's been a steal machine since he's returned, and if he can get 3 or 4 steals, again, over here on FanDuel, where that's worth 3 points, that's just such a huge boost to a player's floor and a player's ceiling. So I think that helps and gives him a lot of upside. He's actually my very favorite play today. That's why he is on the thumbnail, and I cannot wait to watch this game tonight. I'm hoping it stays really competitive throughout, and both of these guys go absolutely nuts, and I can see it happening. So that is all I have for you guys, though. I know I took Sunday off yesterday, just a little bit content-wise. Wanted to kind of give myself just one day without doing a video and a stream. So I think I'll probably do that for the rest of the NFL season at least, and then we'll probably go back to doing videos 7 days a week and streams at least 6 or 7 days a week. So I do appreciate you guys giving me a little bit of leniency with the time off yesterday, but we're back at it today. We're going to come out swinging. We crushed it on the last video I posted on Saturday, so hopefully we can keep the heat coming, and I'll be active with the members in the Discord later. If you have not already, definitely go check out our website, sharpsportsnetwork.com. If you do have any questions, again, whether it's about a membership or about your fantasy team, let us know in the comment section below. We're happy to give y'all advice. And good luck to everybody playing this 11-game slate tonight. It's going to be a fun one.